Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, a.k.a. Mazuma TV, back at y'all with some more boxing talk, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive day. I'm just chilling, enjoying this beautiful Philadelphia weather, man. I figured I'd tap in with y'all on the road to 3K. We well into the 2,900 mark, about to hit that 3K mark in due time. Shout out to the nation in the mob for making this possible. All right, y'all, let's talk about it, man. What's currently going on in the welterweight division and my advice to Jaron Ennis moving forward. Now, obviously, we just got that big fight announcement. You know what I mean? Not big in my eyes, but, you know, big amongst the casual boxing fans, I guess. The return of Manny Pacquiao is near. Coming off of a 4.5-year layoff and loss to Ennis, and coming off of an unimpressive showing in an exhibition against that kickboxer. I don't even remember his name, but I remember he was supposed to fight Ryan Garcia in an exhibition as well. Manny Pacquiao's back, and he's going up against the current WBC welterweight champion of the world, and Mario Barrios. Now, Mario Barrios has been heavily criticized for this move right here, considering the fact that there's plenty of big fights to make in the division, you know, with the other two champions that happen to be in the division, you know, the IBF and WBA and Ring Magazine world champion and welterweight right now is Jaron Ennis, along with the WBO welterweight world champion and Brian Norman. You see what I'm saying? Those are the fights that, you know, boxing fans have been calling for. I know Mario Barrios has been hearing that. You know what I mean? He's a young dude. He's on the internet just like everybody else. You know what I mean? He's in tune with boxing media as well. But, you know, for some reason, I guess he decided to, you know, fight, you know, a Manny Pacquiao who's no longer himself. You know what I mean? Not the one that was on a run, you know, defeating Ricky Hatton and Oscar De La Hoya, Shane Mosley. No, we talking about a guy in Manny Pacquiao who's 46 years old, pushing 50 years old in all honesty. And, you know, has not looked at himself, looks completely off balance. You know, he actually looks old when you look at him. He looked like somebody motherfucking grandfather at this point. But that's what Mario Barrios chose to do instead of, you know, pursuing the other best guys in his division. So now, with Mario Barrios pretty much being out of the deal as of right now with unification fights, you know, the last two that are left standing in terms of unification fights are Jaron Ennis, who's been adamant about facing the other champions in the division, and Brian Norman, who has historically ducked Jaron Ennis and chose not to fight him on multiple occasions. You know what I'm saying? Most infamously, you know, a little bit before Boost fought Stanionis, they sent Brian Norman an offer for $1.7 million. He turned it down and went to go fight Derek Cuevas on somebody's undercard instead of, you know, main eventing the Wells Fargo for $1.7 million and multiple belts. You see what I'm saying? That's what he chose to do. He's historically ducked Jaron Ennis, like I said, and now he's saying that he wants smoke with Manny Pacquiao as well. That's who Brian Norman wants to fight. He wants to fight the winner of Mario Barrios versus Manny Pacquiao, but I've seen him actually emphasize Manny Pacquiao's name on interviews and saying that he just wants the WBC. Oh, like, I really want the WBC. Oh, I want the WBC. Do you really want the WBC, brother, or do you want you want the WBC because of, you know, who may hold the belt at the time? Everybody knows that Mario Barrios is the weakest link at 147 pounds, and we know that Manny Pacquiao is at the lowest that he's ever been in his career. You see what I'm saying? Like, so why is Brian Norman even considering this if he truly wants to face the best? Him and his father have been coming around in interviews telling everybody that could listen that, oh, they ain't turning down no Jaron Ennis, oh, we looking to make that fight next. Or what. Then when Eddie Hearn reaches out to y'all, you saying, oh, I don't want to negotiate the fight until I'm done with this fight with Jin Sasaki. Bro, you didn't have to fight Jin Sasaki in the first place. You didn't have to fight Jin Sasaki in the first place. You fought a week after Jaron Ennis. You fought a week after Jaron Ennis, I believe. Or a week before. It was one of them. It was either a week before or a week after, you know, Jaron Ennis's fight. And you could have been right there, listened to Eddie Hearn's offer, accepted the fight, do whatever y'all wanted to do. You could have been hell-bent on making that unification fight, but you decided to fight Jin Sasaki, who's not a champion, and you go over there fighting him in his home country. That's more enticing to you than a Jaron Ennis fight. How? Then they want to really play with us and tell us that, oh, you know, we want the fight next, but we're not gonna wait. What the fuck you mean wait? What you mean wait, bro? They wasn't gonna have you wait that long. It's clear what y'all trying to do, man. Y'all trying to get y'all racks up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all trying to fight, you know, guys who's not on Jaron Ennis level, guys that y'all perceive to be winnable fights, so y'all could get them title defenses and, you know, keep getting y'all bag up, because the more y'all win, the more y'all gonna be able to ask for money. Y'all don't want to cash yourselves out right away with Jaron Ennis. Y'all know Jaron Ennis. Y'all done sparred that man on multiple occasions, and from multiple people that I've talked to that have been at those sparring sessions, they all told me the same thing. They were not competitive. And it's not like, you know, Rolly and Ryan where they sparred each other 8 years ago. This was not too long ago. You see what I'm saying? And they all said the same thing. Boots put the beats on your dumb ass. Your father knows what's best for you. He a father. I'm a father. I know when my son may possibly be in danger, and my instinct is to protect him. That's exactly what Brian Norman Sr. is doing. So my advice to close this out with Jaron Ennis, you need to go ahead, either fight Teofimo Lopez, or you just need to move up to 154, brother, because how the way it's looking right now, Barrios, he wants to, you know, cherry pick. Yes, Manny Pacquiao is a cherry pick in this situation. I understand that he's a all-time great 8th division world champion, whatever the case is. He is a cherry pick in 2025. Cherry pick in 2025. Then we got Brian Norman over here, who they want to make it they want to make it seem like they ain't pussy so bad, but they actions are showing otherwise. Y'all words, and y'all know y'all be trying to you know, dance around shit, and you know what I mean. But we all see what's going on. Y'all trying to avoid Jaron Ennis. Y'all rather face other competition. Y'all don't want that fight right now. If anything, y'all want to get y'all bucks up a little bit more before y'all cash out against Jaron Ennis. And y'all know Jaron Ennis ain't sticking around too long. So when this man move up to 154, you're going to be like, oh, we try to make the fight happen. He chose to move up instead. And try to spin it in a way where, you know, Boots didn't want the fight. You see what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. Boots, fight Teofimo Lopez. Even though I don't want to see him get a payday, in all honesty. He's a fucking racist. But, you know, get him out the way. And then go up to 154 and, you know, repeat, because you already unified in the division. I'm sorry you wasn't able to become undisputed, but, you know, you can't force motherfuckers to fight y'all. You see what I'm saying? Andre Ward had 3 out of the 4 belts at super middleweight. Lucian Butte didn't want to fight the man. So what did he do? He had to move on. Even with Andre Ward having 3 out of the 4 belts at light heavyweight, you know, Adonis Stevenson and them act like they wasn't interested in the fight. So he had to move on. These things happen, bro. It is what it is. You know, I appreciate the efforts, but it takes 2 to make a fight. And if motherfuckers look at you as too much of a threat to fight, then you need to go explore other options and face guys who will actually give you opportunities. So that's my overall take on the situation, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this. This Mazuma TV. Thank you very much for tuning in. Y'all hit the like, y'all hit the subscribe button as always. I'll be back at y'all with another live 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. Be on the lookout for that. Until then, I'll holler at y'all, man. Peace.